Endopsore stem. So first of all, still the glass slides you have ready. Okay, the glass slides. Then the same thing, what we're going to do, we're going to draw a big circle there. Then we're going to write Bacillus subtilis. So we write BS, Bacillus subtilis. Okay, so the Bacillus subtilis, then we flip it over. That's very important that we flip it over. Okay, right here. Then what we do is that we need to make sure a little bit of water there is running. Then we want to make sure this Bunsen burner works. So we turn on the Bunsen burner. Okay, that looks good. So then the same thing, we're going to use a loop. So first of all, this loop has to be flamed a little bit. Take a picture also. The loop has to be flamed. Okay, then we add a little bit of drop of the water. We add take a picture right here, add the water in the center. Okay, now we're going to flame it again. That's prevent cross-contamination, you know about that? Okay. So then we have a bacillus, you pick up bacillus. Still same thing, use little finger to open it. Then flame it, okay? Then you're going to be is cool down on the side. You take a picture, then we pick some bacteria. Pick some bacteria. Okay, flame it again. Then we're going to be put it on the center. We're going to make a big smear. Okay, then we then we flame the loop. That is wrong. Don't put it in the water. Okay, we have to flame the loop. Okay, now be careful. At this stage, we have to do air dry and heat fixing. Then you're gonna have a goggle ready. So let's say the air dry and the heat fixing are all finished. So we're going to move on to the next step, which is we call heat steaming. So how to do it? You need to use a dye which is malachite green. Can you take a picture of malachite green? That's called the malachite green. Okay. Now be careful. This is called the flooding. The whole glass slide surface you have to cover with the dye. That is called the flooding. The reason is, if you don't do this, when you do the heat steaming, the glass will be broken because it's not going to be averagely cover the surface, averagely like heated. So make sure the surface is completely covered. And cover it very well on the surface. So Lee, take a picture about this. Take a picture about that. Okay, now we're going to do a heat steaming. How to do it? Heat steaming use Bunsen burner is like that. Take a picture. Back and forth, back and forth. Back and forth. It's not cooking. Okay, back and forth. When you see the fire comes out, a steaming comes out, you can wait down a little bit, cool down a little bit. That has to be 5 minutes. Because we do the steaming, it's a rigid structure. We want the heat helping malachite green go inside. Okay, so that's called heat steaming. That has to be in for 5 minutes. Okay, continue to do for 5 minutes, very strong. So we do back and forth, back and forth. Now I'm not going to do exactly 5 minutes, I just to show you an example. Okay, so when you have to finish this, you have to turn it off. Okay, then the next step, what we're going to do, we have to cool down a little bit. You can't just wash right now. It's going to be very, very hot. So you're going to cool down a little bit. Don't forget, you're going to have to use a faucet. So use a faucet at the end. Then we do a rinse a little bit. Okay, then we cool down a little bit. Okay, and do a rinse a little bit. Then what we do is we're going to do a counter stain. So we counter stain use saffron. So we add a saffron. Consistent with the saffron, and this is saffron. Okay, take a picture. Consistent with the saffron. Now for saffron, you only need to cover is the center. You don't have to cover everything. Okay, so saffron consistent with 30 seconds. Then we're gonna rinse it. Okay, then later on, we are using the paper towel to cover it. Then this should be ready to lock underneath microscope. This may not be good because I didn't do 5 minutes heat steam. I just show you. If you do 5 minutes heat steam, we'll see good results. Okay, so that's all we have for the Endopsore.